Everyone, it is about 5:45 a.m. this morning. We're about to get an arm workout in. And in today's video, I wanted to do something a little different. So in other videos in the past, when I've ever done something related to eating, it's always been a full day of eating, but I've never gone into detail and explained like why I'm eating what I'm eating. In other words, like what am I doing with my food that is helping my training, and how am I structuring it for my training. So that's what we're going to be doing in today's video. And we'll just start out with what I do to start my day off with my eating. So in the morning, I have a protein bar and an apple. Now the reason that I have these two things in the morning is because my training is happening. So you don't necessarily have to do exactly what I'm doing in the morning. It's more so purposefully for my training. So you can do this if you train in the evening, but I do it in the morning because I train in the morning. So what I like to do before my workout, my lift, is have a protein bar and an apple, because it's fast acting carbohydrates, something that my body can absorb really easily, and it's also not too many calories, so it can get into my system quick and help fuel my training in the morning. And I like to have this an hour before my workout, because by an hour it should be pretty much done digesting. It should be in my stream, in my system for my workout. The thing is, if you have too big of a meal before your training, what can happen is that your blood stays in your stomach to help absorb the food, and that just isn't good for your workout, because during your workout you want the blood to be going to your muscles to provide oxygen and things of that nature. So again, this isn't necessarily predominantly a morning thing, it's just more so before your training. So if you train in the evening, try to have something light, kind of like a protein bar and an apple before your workout, just so you have a little something before your workout that can help you feel for your training. I had to switch arms there, my shoulder was getting pretty damn tired. I did hit shoulders just the other day. But yeah, that's what I do in the morning to help fuel my training, and the purpose of why I have that before my training. I do want to say that I structure my eating throughout the day for 2-a-day training, even if I'm not training 2 days in one day, because I do have a couple days during the week where I'm not training 2 a day in one day during the week. There's actually a couple of those days, but the reason that I continuously follow it, even if I'm not training 2 times a day, is because I just want to stick to the habit. But we'll get through the rest of how I structure my eating throughout the day as it goes on. But right now we're just going to turn on some tunes and get this arm workout in. You guys can hear me. I just did what you call, not a drop set, I would just call it an upset. Basically, I start low, got a low weight, and then I raise the weight after I've hit the set. So for example, I hit 60 pounds for about 10 to 12 easy reps. Then I upped it all the way to 90, and then busted out as many as I could, which was like 2 or 3. Just a little something different you can implement in your workout program. Shock the muscles. Arnold would say. So something else that's pretty important for training is obviously like staying, hydrated throughout the day, because if you have any water or any electrolytes in your system, it's not going to allow your body to do, or not necessarily allow your body to do, you can do these things, it's just not going to operate at its peak performance, because if you're dehydrated, it can lead to cramps, and your muscles can cramp up easier during your workout. And then also if you're not getting enough sodium, the action potential that is created in your body from sodium won't be as effective or won't be as prominent because you're missing those electrolytes, sodium, potassium, magnesium, things of that nature. And so you don't want to be dehydrating yourself. I think that's a pretty clear indication, but a lot of people don't hydrate themselves enough. So I try to get close to a gallon a day, especially with 2-a-day training, because you're actually losing a lot of salt and water during your training. I think it's like soccer players lose like a gram of sodium or something like that throughout the duration of a game, which is actually insane. If you're training 2 times a day, you might not be losing that much, but you might be losing pretty close. So it's good to replenish on things like that. But I'm just having my water now. I'll probably have my electrolytes, part halfway throughout the day at some point. But yeah, just make sure you're staying hydrated.
Probably Ethan, right?
Yeah, probably. Kind of felt like how I eat, because I don't know. Let's get into it. Okay, everyone, so like we've been talking about earlier in this video today, we're going to be talking about how I structure everything. We already kind of went over breakfast this morning. Right now we're going to be talking about how I schedule out pretty much the rest of my day to properly fuel for my training. So after my workout is time for I wouldn't even call it lunch, because it's literally at 7 p.m. when I basically eat after my workout, because I work out so early. But to me, it's kind of like my lunch. So I have 2 meals in between my next workout, like 2 actual solid meals. There's a third one, but I wouldn't even classify it as a meal. We'll get into it in just a second. So I have about 45% of my daily intake of my calories is carbohydrates. The reason that we want to do that is because we're doing cardio as well along with my lifting. And my carbs would normally be the highest anyway, but this is typically a little higher than someone who might just be lifting. It might be like closer to like 38% carbs and maybe like 32% fat or something like that. It might just be a little different, but we're just going a little more heavy on the carbohydrates just because we want fast acting carbohydrates for my lift. We also want it for my run as well. So we just want to implement a lot more carbs because the run is going to demand that from us a lot more, because when you're going for a run, your body needs to be able to extract a lot more carbohydrates. Same with your lift, but typically on my runs, I burn a lot more calories, and those calories need to be ready to be expensed. So they're a lot easier for the body to burn. And by easier, I mean the carbohydrates are just easy to burn, like they burn quick, and we don't have enough room to spell quick. But carbs burn a lot faster, and we need those, especially for the run. Again, if we weren't running, we would probably drop that. Fat, kind of at where I want it to be. I don't like a lot of fatty foods as is. I feel like it just bogs my stomach down. But just these burn very slow as well, so you don't want to eat a lot of fat before a workout. It's not necessarily that good because your body, again, can't burn it fast enough. It's triglyceride, so then it has 3 fatty tails, and then that goes into like how it breaks down in your body in a very chemical compound way, and it just takes a lot slower than it does with carbs. Protein. So with protein, this is something that's not gonna burn that fast either. It's just gonna be, I would say, a little more of like a slow. I'm just gonna put slow. Why am I putting burn? It's gonna be slow as well. Just kind of like fat, it's gonna be something that the body has to metabolize. It takes a lot longer. So carbs are our main source, really, of energy throughout the day. Protein's really just gonna help us with, obviously, like protein synthesis in the body, give the muscles what they need to help grow. And then fat is also just gonna help provide nutrients that my body needs. You can't not have fat during the day. I mean, you can, but
That's usually if you're trying to get ready for like a bodybuilding show. It does help, you know, store energy for your body, hence, you know, like adipose tissue and things like that, which can be expensive for energy. But that's just in general throughout my day, and most of those carbs are consumed after my first workout. As you guys know, that first meal that I have during the day is very small. It's just that protein bar and that apple. And then before both my workouts, we're actually about to get started here on the second workout. First workout in the morning, you guys saw, was 70% carbohydrates. The second one was literally just banana. So the first one was about 70% carbohydrates, that apple and protein bar. The second one is 100% carbs. A banana is literally just 100% carbs. So we just wanted that for that quick energy expenditure that our body can use. As you can see, again, 45% of what I eat comes from carbs, which we're gonna use to expend during the workout. So that's pretty much it. If you guys are wondering what I do after my workout, again, my calories are accounted to this. I don't eat anything necessarily specific after my workout that's gonna do anything for me, I guess, in the sense of what I do before my workout, if that makes sense. Like, it's very specific what I eat before my workout, but after my workout, it's just kind of like whatever's on the table that's left from this right here. So without further ado, I'm definitely not gonna be working out in this, so we're gonna get changed after I pick up this cap. All right, sick.
How are you feeling right now?
Feeling pretty good. Honestly, I have like such an insane upper body pump. Kind of knew like going into that was gonna happen because the burpees right into like the clean and jerk. Like it's just so much front delt action. Honestly, not as tired as I thought I was gonna be at like round 3. I was like, dude, I'm gassed. But like the pain goes away as the workout kind of goes on. Just looking at what we got for dinner here today. So let's get it. Woo! Ah. We're making the staple. We got some eggs and sourdough. And then we're gonna make a protein power bowl. I don't even know what to call it. I'm just calling it that because I don't know, it just sounds catchy, honestly. Yeah, we're doing a protein power bowl. We're just gonna call it that, the protein power bowl. Basically, we're gonna do a cup of Greek yogurt, We got some berries, and then over here we got a couple more ingredients we're gonna toss in there. We got some granola, no added sugars to this, and then we got some honey, and then we got some whey protein powder. And what I like to do with the protein powder is I just take the yogurt, put it into a bowl, and then I toss a scoop of protein powder into the bowl with the yogurt. I mix it up till it's the same consistency the yogurt was before I mixed in the protein powder, and then basically you have like extra protein yogurt, and then I toss in the granola, the berries on top, finish it off with some honey.
Protein powder and yogurt. Levi's got all the text.
But dude, see, that's what I mean though, like it'll get to that regular texture of yogurt again, like, and you don't even, it's not gritty or anything. It's like actually really
What?
just smooth. Yeah, it's
Yo, what?
It's weird. Yeah, because you would think like, oh, this is gonna be like super gritty. It's not. It literally you couldn't even tell that you mixed in protein powder. You would think it was like a vanilla, like a strawberry protein yogurt or something, like those Oikos.
Yeah.
It literally tastes like that, the 15 gram protein.
Whoa!
You guys have seen my dinner on a full day of eating before. It's nothing too crazy. It's a lot of food though. We had that yogurt bowl you guys saw me make. 2 pieces of sourdough, a little bit of butter. And then we have some eggs. I've been making them over easy lately. I don't know why, just been liking it. And then I have a ground patty, or not a ground patty, well, ground beef made into a patty. With just some like habanero sauce that's like 0 calories on it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a pretty dense meal. Again, most of my calories are consumed all the time after my post-workout. The only time that I have food before my workout is those main carb sources you guys saw earlier. These food sources that are after my workout are honestly just to refuel up on what I lost from my workout, right? Because that's where a lot of fuel is lost, and my muscles need the food to regrow, and my body just needs it honestly to function throughout the day. And yeah, that's just where most of my calories come from, right here in this vicinity in front of my face, ready to eat. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's how I structure my food, doing like 2-a-days. I've always structured my food based on what my training's looking like. Everything revolves around the training, and it's crazy how one little thing will add so much structure to your life. Like, I think that, whatever passion it is that you have will provide structure for your life. For me, it was fitness. It could be anything for anyone else, but it's just funny how one thing can kind of provide like that base for your life, and that's what it's done for me. I also do want to mention this because some of you guys might have watched other videos and like how people structure their food after, or not after, but how they structure their food, while training. And a lot of people will tell you, that they don't eat like a lot of fat after their workout or whatever. For me, I think in simple terms, I think, this stuff's getting digested no matter what, because some people think like, oh, after my workout, I need like a heavy carb source. And it's like, I have carbs after my workout, but I also have fat, and I also have protein and all of this stuff. And the reason that I have is because it's going to get digested no matter what. People will think like, oh, if I have carbs after my workout, it'll digest faster. And it's like, it might, but no matter what, this food's all getting digested at some point. That's just the way I look at it. So that's going to do it for today's video. My food's probably going to get cold, the hot items at least, if I keep talking. So that's going to do it for today's video. Hope you guys liked today's video. If you guys did, you already know what to do. And as always, die trying to do to love. Sky's the limit. See you all in the next one.
Sky's the limit.
Come on.
Fearless.